And welcome inside Calihan Hall, where this afternoon, the 5th annual CHSL MAC Calihan Challenge is back. We're glad to bring it to you here on the PreP and the NFHS Network. My name is Chad Bush, alongside Scott Bernstein and Ali Hadi, your executive producer, along with Robert Sherby. Now that Brother Rice and Lakeshore. Brother Rice comes in 1-0 on the year. They got to win back on Monday night over the defending state champions, Grand Blanc, 86-68. Brother Rice wins it under head coach Rick Palmer. And this is a team that leads the way by 4 juniors. And they brought back all 5 starters from a year ago. They've got guys that have been together for a long time. Brother Rice, our number 2 team, and I know an impressive team we'll get into more later. St. Clair Shores Lakeshore, the opponent, a team that went 15-2 last year, lost to Roseville in the district championship. They come from the MAC Blue. Mike Jackson is their head coach in his 4th year. Rick Palmer also in his 4th year. And St. Clair Shores returns a couple of starters in Washburn and Jalen Jackson. Let's meet the starters for Lakeshore first. And here's the starting lineup for the Shoreans. And the Shoreans will start like this. Starting lineups for the Shoreans upcoming. They will start with Jalen Jackson at the point, 5'5" point guard, 12 points, 8 assists per game last year. Davion Pearson, a combo guard and a transfer from De La Salle, also a quarterback on the football team at the other guard spot. Jalen Awakaza is the other guard in the starting lineup. Joe Washburn is one of the starting forwards, and Antonio Houston is the starting forward as well. We'll take a timeout. We're back in a moment. This is the PreP.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
but keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Let's meet the starters for Brother Rice. The Warriors, led by Rick Palmer in his 4th year, assisted by Leon McDonald, 99 grad of Rice, and Eric Evans, along with Laddie and Hazy.
And Hazy.
Thank you, and Hazy. All right, let's meet the starters for Brother Rice. They'll start at the point guard spot with Jonathan Blackwell, a guy that had a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio last year. He is the point guard, long athletic kid, and he's important to Brother Rice at the point guard spot. Played it full-time last year. That was really his first time. At one of the wing spots, it's Henry Garrity. Henry Garrity, a 2-sport athlete, a tight end on the football team, and a guy that can shoot it from downtown. Henry Garrity is one of the guards slash wings for Brother Rice. At the other wing spot, it's Curtis Williams. Curtis Williams, a high-ranked junior, a kid who's an excellent defender. Alabama, Maryland, and VCU offers. We'll get more into him later. He had 13 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists in the win on Monday night over Grand Blanc. Into the lineup is Warren Marshall. A late scratch was Keithan Gilmore. So Gilmore out of the lineup. Warren Marshall is in, a sophomore guard, and a guy that
diaper dandy, baby.
Yeah, Rick Palmer likes him a lot.
I like him a lot.
And so does my partner, Scott Bernstein. Curtis Williams at one of the wings, another guy that is highly touted. Curtis Williams, 6'5", 210. Xavier Thomas, rather. I told you about Curtis Williams. Xavier Thomas at the other forward spot. The junior is top 3, CMU, Toledo, and Tennessee State.
Xavier Thomas is Oakland County's own Draymond Green. The way he plays, point forward.
I like that.
And as you could tell, this starts the game with the assist.
How about it? Xavier Thomas ahead to the streaking Warren Marshall, and Brother Rice wasting no time. Under 10 seconds, they're on the board and lead it 2-0 over the Shoreans of Lakeshore High School. This is Jalen Awasaka, one of the guards, but the point guard is Jalen Jackson.
For all that length that Brother Rice has on defense.
Elbow pass is completed but slapped. Houston was fouled. Brother Rice, 30 seconds in, up 2-0. Brother Rice, first game in Calihan Hall since 1999. They should have been here last year, but it was not held at Calihan. They earned the right. There's a rebound by Garrity after the miss by Awasaka. Here we go.
They earned the right to play in the Catholic League Finals, is what you're referring to.
That's right, and they have not been in this building in 22 years.
X-Man.
The X-Man gets the lay-in, and his first points. What do you like about his game?
Huge fan of, just so versatile.
Jackson to the hole, and he's fouled. He'll go free throw line right. This moment is not too big before we get back to the X-Man. Very quick is Jalen Jackson, understands the game well, and his father, Mike Jackson, is the head coach who took over for Derek Walton Sr. as the head coach here at Lakeshore High School.
Yeah, you know, Lakeshore has to replace a lot of offense. Nick Olmeda, Macomb County's leading scorer the last 2 years, is playing Kalamazoo now. So you got to replace about 20 to 25 points a night.
That's right. They also lost Elijah Moore and Kyrie Howard a season ago, but the biggest was Nick Olmeda, 1,000-point scorer. Thomas the other way, cuts through the paint, hot knife through butter, and the Warriors are up by 4.
So I think there are a lot of coaches that are college coaches that are a little vexed or perplexed by what position Xavier Thomas will play at the next level. Rick Palmer told me this summer, he's so productive. He does so many good things for you. But he's 6'3", 6'4", and he's kind of wide. I don't know if he can play guard necessarily at the college level, but
yeah, matchup nightmare. Here's a run out. This is Jonathan Blackwell, kick back. And the 3-ball by Curtis Williams. No, but the rebound is good from Henry Garrity, and the Warriors have their largest lead of 6, and 3 players have scored with 6 minutes left in the first. Garrity on the floor getting dirty along with Awasika, the senior guard. Jump ball, and it's back to Brother Rice.
But Rick Palmer, the head coach, told me a story that he was out on the AAU circuit watching X play, and coach came up to him and said, we love him, but we don't really know what position he plays. And Rick's like, he plays that I'll kick the butt of any opponent that matches me up on the floor. That's the position I play.
I love it. Brother Rice, 4 juniors who have played together for a long time.
Yep.
3 are 3-year starters, Henry, Curtis, and Xavier.
And Johnny Blackwell came over last year from Franklin Christian. Or
yeah.
Sorry, No Light Christian. Used to be called Franklin Road Christian. Now it's
close enough. That's a league that's close to your heart, I know.
Mayak. That's where I played.
Yeah, I know. Roper. You were a Roper baller. Reggie Butler's in the house. How about that? He was with us on color commentary last week for the Motor City Cruise.
Love Reggie Butler.
Southfield Lathrop's own.
Chargers represent.
Down the avenue, Blackwell goes up for the slam and is fouled going up. And line left goes Jonathan Blackwell, the aforementioned point guard.
Yeah, Johnny Blackwell, he's shooting up recruiting charts right now. Big guard, great pedigree. His dad played in the Big Ten. played at
Illinois, right? Yeah.
And, just got an offer from Wisconsin.
How about that?
How
about Wisconsin hammering the area?
Greg Gard doing a great job mining Michigan for talent. But, Johnny Blackwell really upped the ante on his game this offseason in the athleticism department. He's jamming on people.
Yeah, it's a different level of spring to his game and confidence. Jackson with the basketball pressured.
He put on about an inch.
And he forces a turnover. And Brother Rice enjoying their largest lead of 8, 10-2.
Really, if you look at this Fab Four, 3 of their dads were, superstars in their own right. Henry Garrity's dad, Pat Garrity, played in the NBA for a long time.
Corner 3, left side, no. That's off the hand of Curtis Williams, the junior at 6'6". And here come the Shorians. Pull up, left wing 3, Jackson air ball. Jalen Jackson, a guy that really opens up the game. Plays for the Michigan Goonies in the offseason. Out of the bucket is Thomas, and he lost it off that big thigh. Out of bounds.
And Curtis Williams' dad, Kurt Williams, was a star at Detroit Central back in the late 90s. He was right after Antonio Gates.
Okay, how about that?
He might have been a freshman or a sophomore on Gates' state championship team. Curtis's dad.
Okay. Xorion Simmons is checked in for the Shorians. He has it topside, working against Garrity.
Lots of X-Men on the floor.
No doubt. Jackson for 3. That shot's been off today. And back to Brother Rice, who's enjoying a 10-2 lead. Brother Rice opened the year with a win and a big win back on Monday this week, if you want to think of it that way. And they knocked off the defending Division I state champion Grand Blanc in impressive fashion, 86-68, in a game that they really controlled, led 34-21 at halftime. And 27 points, a game high for Thomas in that contest.
Well, I said he does everything. He facilitates from the high post, shoots the 3, runs the break.
Missed shot, Xavier rebound by the Shorians, and an over-the-back foul that's going to go on Curtis. And that'll be the team's 3rd foul.
Curtis Williams, the #1 wing prospect in the state right now. Alabama loves him. Maryland loves him. And I suspect there are a couple college coaches in the stands right now that are eyeing Curtis and Xavier and Henry and Johnny, some luminaries from the University of Michigan and Michigan State.
Jawan Howard in the house. So is Dwayne Stevenson and Mark Montgomery from Michigan State.
I think it's Mike Garland. Is it Garland?
Nope, Mark Montgomery.
It's Monty?
I watched him for 10 years.
Yeah.
Northern Illinois. But he does look like, yeah. So, look, the brass is here, and this says all about this tournament. There will not be another tournament this year that has this amount of teams and one concoction, and we're grateful to have it here on the PreP. We thank the Catholic League. We thank the MAC. We thank Vic Michaels.
Xavier Bowman checking in, Xavier Bowman. Football star in the fall. Energizer Bunny basketball star in the winter.
How about that?
Another kid that will probably have his choice of which sport to play at the next level.
Nice to have options. How about that little doozy from the mid-post? No, but the stick back is good from Antonio Houston. Guy that can handle the ball as well. Wide receiver on the football team. Strength and smarts is his game. Garrity, pocket right 3, Splash City.
Looked like his pops there. Pat Garrity made a living on the baseline when he was with the Orlando Magic.
Former Notre Dame Fighting Irish. How about this move to the hole? Left-hand flip up. English in the foul. Davon Pearson, the senior guard.
Came over from De La Salle.
Transferred from De La Salle. Football player, leading scorer. 19 points in game 1 on Thursday against Armada. 51-37 opening game win for Lakeshore. The Shoreans playing out of the MAC Blue, 15-2 a year ago. They've won the MAC Blue 3 years in a row. And lost to Roseville in the district championship. Free throws up and good. And the Warriors' lead is shrinking a bit. It's down to 6. Pocket left, 3 on the way. Bowman, no, got his own miss. And look at the athleticism back to Garrity. 3 ball on the way, and that is off the mark. And no good.
So, Brother Rice has just, when you're talking about college recruiting in this area, you got to start with Brother Rice with their 3-4 kids that are all getting looks right now. Xavier, Johnny Blackwell, and Curtis Williams all have Division I offers. Henry Garrity's still waiting for his first, but I assume that will be coming soon. In fact, if I'm Henry Garrity, we were talking this, in the last game about whether it's football or basketball for Tristan Nichols. If I'm Henry Garrity, I might be thinking football. 6'4" tight end.
I like that. We've seen him do it in football.
Yeah. But again, I think it's a situation just like with Tristan Nichols where Henry Garrity spent his whole life playing basketball in the same way that Tristan spent his whole life playing basketball. They decide to kind of dabble in football, and they realize that, wow, there's a lot of potential here for me.
Yes.
When we're talking about some other players from this area, Detroit Kings, Chancey Willis is a kid that didn't play any high school football until this year, and is the #1 basketball player in the PSL. Never played football, at least at the high school level. Decides to go out for the team this year. Wins the state championship with Detroit King as a wide receiver, and now all of a sudden, he's got Division I colleges football programs knocking on his door.
How about that? Athletic move to get loose, but the loose change cleanup is Xavier Thomas, who's willing to do the dirty work like that. Brother Rice back up by 8, 15-7, with under 2 to go in the first quarter.
Really what Rick Palmer has brought to this program is culture.
Devon Pearson with a lay-in. He's been impressive in this game. Pearson now with 5 points in the game to lead the Shoreans. Only guy with more than 2. Brother Rice is led, meanwhile, by Thomas's 6. And Garrity's 5. Dead spot right, 3 on the way. And Zavi Bowman with a triple. And it's 15-12 now. Is that right? That can't be right.
They brought Rick Palmer in 4 years ago. They told him build a basketball program.
Yep, 18-9 is the score. They put the 3 for the wrong team, no big deal.
Bring us back to the B.J. Armstrong era.
How about that, 1985?
To the Kevin Smith era.
Yeah.
To the Washington brothers, the Will Franklin, all the greats that came through Brother Rice in the 70s and 80s, and then program dropped off for about 2 decades.
Yeah, Brother Rice, we take a look. B.J. Armstrong, 85 grad, first-round pick by the Bulls, 3 NBA titles, and certainly a Hoops alum that you should know.
Last time they were in the Final Four.
How about that? Last time they were in the Final Four, 1974 or 1985.
No, it was 80. I think it was 84. I think it was the 84.
84 team.
84
okay.
season.
State champions in 1974. Who could ever forget that Brother Rice basketball team?
That was the year that they won football and basketball.
That's right. The golden years of that time, at least. 2 titles in the same year.
Norton.
Of course, Brother Rice has gone on to win several titles in football, baseball, and many other sports.
Rick Palmer has done everything they asked him to do since he's come here.
Oh, he's turned it around, hasn't he? Done an outstanding job.
Did not take long.
Nope. The former Detroit Country Day product. His mentor is Kurt Keener.
The Zen Master.
Take it easy now. You like Kurt Keener, don't you?
He is the Phil Jackson of Michigan High School Athletic Association, or was.
Best dressed.
Phil Jackson.
He's got some flavor to him now.
There was a ton of parallels.
Sugar sharp.
Between the way that Phil Jackson coached the Bulls and the way Kurt Keener coached his Country Day squads.
That's right. Bowman for 3 again, and he can't this time. Ripped off by the Shoremen, or Shoreans rather. Mike Jackson to the hole, crafty Lofty move going under the outstretched arms of Warren Marshall. And this moment not too big for number 1.
Palmer brings a lot of that keener aura into this Brother Rice program.
Shorian's hanging around. I'm sorry,
no,
Scott.
That makes sense because it was his mentor.
That's right. Kurt Keener down in Arizona now doing his thing. Jalen Jackson feeling it. And feeling himself. Quick, understands the game. One of the quickest guards in the state. Pocket right 3. Splash City at the buzzer. And the Shorians have cut it to 4 in Calihan. And they came to play. They were down double digits. And Mr. Jalen Jackson, one of the quickest guards in the state, willing passer, crafty, and he can shoot it. And he's a 40% three-point shooter, and we see it there.
Shot that ball with confidence from the right baseline, beats the buzzer, gets them back in this game. You know, we're headed into the second quarter here, and it's anyone's ball game. I know there were probably people at the start of this game thought that we were going to have a repeat of what we saw in game 1, where we went to a running clock pretty early, but the Lakeshore Shorians aren't fazed by the powerhouse Catholic League and this Brother Rice team that might have the advantage when it comes to college prospects, but you know, that's neither here nor there when we're talking about high school basketball.
When you talk about the Catholic League and you talk about the MHSAA, we want to pass along our condolences for the loss of Tom Rashid, who lost his life last week, and a guy that was running the Catholic League for so many years, 18 years running the Catholic League, guy that graduated from St. Alphonsus in 1976, and we are sorry to see Tom Rashid gone but never forgotten here in the Catholic League.
Him and Dave Feldman are somewhere up in heaven having a drink.
How about
having
that?
A beer.
That's right. We miss Dave Feldman as well. Good to see Davis Feldman, his son, here. Fortunate enough to see and spend time with him. But Tom Rashid, very, very impactful in the state of Michigan, in the MHSAA and the Catholic League. We pass along our condolences to the Rashid family.
This Shorian team is showing a lot of spunk.
They've cut it to 2, Scott. Don't look now with 7:37 left.
Took a couple body
Just
blows
underway.
in that first quarter. You know, we're up against the ropes and have come back with some haymakers.
So the foul is non-shooting. It'll be Brother Rice basketball, baseline left. Brother Rice is being led in scoring by Xavier Thomas is 6 points, Garrity with 5. But Brother Rice shooting 43% from the floor, just 2 of 7 from downtown. Thomas high on the right. Looking against the undersized Awasika. Right corner 3, Bowman again, no. Offensive rebound, Curtis. And a fresh reset for Brother Rice, who leads by just 2. Once had a 10-point lead. Thomas,
nice
left hand layup, attacks and finishes with that big body frame. Boy, Mr. Thomas showing.
Like a linebacker playing on the basketball court.
27 points against Grand Blanc. He was 18 of 18 from the free throw line back on Monday night in the season opening win over the state champions from a season ago, Grand Blanc. Now look, it's not your father's Grand Blanc, or it's not your last year's
Ty
Grand
Rogers
Blanc.
left.
Ty Rogers is gone. It's worth noting, but hey, look, the cupboard's not bare. They have, what, 3 D1 kids? Yeah. Mike Thomas is going to get it going there. And if anybody knows anything about Mike Thomas and Grand Blanc, they know that that opening night loss was probably the best thing that he could have had happen to him.
I'm still scratching my head about Ty Rogers leaving the state. You know, if Ty Rogers wanted to go down to IMG or go to La Lu, go play on the prep school circuit against the best that there was, I wouldn't be complaining. But just to go from the MHSAA to the IHSAA, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. When's it going
to be cool again to stay in high school for 4 years at your high school?
Yeah.
When will that be cool?
Yeah. And I'm not sure of the eligibility on that either, how that's possible.
Blackwell from the near sideline for 3. Splash City for JB. And the Warriors take that lead up to 7. They're up a touchdown in Detroit. The Shorians, their athletic director is John Hartley. Brother Rice, their athletic director is Jeff Calcaterra.
Lakeshore is unfazed.
Awasika with a triple. Big guard that can play point guard, but he's a streaky shooter and he looks hot now.
Got to work the glass a little harder if you're Lakeshore. They don't really have a ton of bigs. But the guards have to crash the glass.
That's right.
Can't give Brother Rice second chance opportunities.
Yeah. De La Salle won the opener against East Point. Our next game is Detroit Catholic Central, who's number 10 in our top 11 against Port Huron Northern.
Two of the best forwards in the MHSAA. Cooper Craggs for Catholic Central and Tyler Jamison for Port Huron Northern.
That's right. Tyler Jamison is a forward and at the next level. You'll see him probably more at the point in high school, but he is a next level college wing, and he's a good one, and the coach's son. One of 3 coach-son combos in the MAC Red that we'll see today, or in the MAC rather. These are not MAC Red teams. Just one of them is. That's Macomb Dakota. I apologize for the colors. Its teams move and colors and go up, and so I'll try to be close on that. 25-19, Brother Rice's lead has been cut to 6. The Shorians, who won 15 of their 17 games last year and have won their league 3 years in a row, are feeling
nice
it.
Pass.
Garrity shot his block down low, got his miss, and filled it up with a little 3-foot hook shot.
Great body control by Henry Garrity.
27-19. Garrity now with 7 in this game. Layup off and no good.
This Lakeshore team continues to challenge Brother Rice, not backing down 1 inch. And that's that's a tribute to Coach Jackson and the wisdom that he imparts on this team and the the blood, sweat, and tears mentality that they seem to have. I mean, they're going at it every possession.
They sure are. Intensity. We get a substitution off the Brother Rice bench. It's number 25, Chase Vanamede, a sophomore at 6'4", and a kid that I used to watch turn double plays regularly at Eastern Michigan as a youngster for his father, Mark Vanamede, who was the head baseball coach at Eastern Michigan, is now the assistant coach for Jake Boss Jr. at Michigan State for the Spartans. Chase Vanamede in, a substitute forward and a fine baseball, basketball player, student athlete. He's got twin brothers that are on the, he's got 2 younger brothers that are twins and that are freshmen. So there will be 3 Vanamedes, no, there are 3 Vanamedes in Brother Rice, and that's a good family and a good group to have in there.
They didn't count the basket there, but you saw how X, he pinned his guy down. Just great fundamentals on the block.
There's the lob into Xavier. Size advantage, crosses it over. You see the versatility. Euro step to the bucket, banker no. And a blocking foul is called, and it's going to go on number 3, and that's Joe Washburn, an all-leaguer from a year ago.
Washburn and Jackson and Pearson, that's their 3-headed monster for Lakeshore.
Thought he might have had position. The Shorians did at least.
I thought the call before that should have been a 3-point play, and that should have been an offensive foul. But.
Okay. Free throw off the mark. The free throws in this game for Brother Rice. They are now 2 of 5 in the contest. The Shorians 5 of 7. So free throws continuing to be a struggle for many teams.
By Blackwell.
Sure was. Blackwell reverse right hand laying good. John Blackwell, a kid that's highly touted and a strong future ahead of him. Long, athletic point guard.
Playing real aggressive.
Bouncy kid.
Assertive. He was lacking a little bit last year.
Yeah. We'll keep it right here. Lakeshore Shoreans from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, Division I team. Enrollment just over 1,000. And they won a state title in 1994. You'll recall.
I was there.
Travis Conlon.
I was in the building.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
16-year-old Bernie.
How about that? And Travis Conlon.
Buzzer beater, or it was about a second left.
It was close, wasn't it?
About a second left. He had a baseline leaner. It was a low-scoring game. I remember it was like 36-34.
Yeah. Greg Essler was the head coach.
And in fact, that was the same afternoon that your alma mater lost at the buzzer.
Yes, thanks for reminding me.
In the Class C game.
I was a senior watching a layup drill performed in the final seconds after 2 free throws were missed with a 1-point lead.
Diallo Johnson missed those couple free throws.
I don't remind my good buddy Diallo Johnson often of that.
But he made up for it the following fall.
Are you kidding? He's a legend.
Quarterback that St. Mary's team to a state title.
He's a legend, and that's why he's in the rafters in Nebraska Fieldhouse. 29-21, the Warriors up by 8 over Lakeshore. There's a shot high off the window. They're going to wave it off.
He was out of control.
Garrity stood in there. Check that. That was not Garrity. That was Chase Vandermeed who stood in there and took the charge. This is a tough kid play, and it's waved off. Zorian Simmons' bucket was pretty, but it's wiped off the scoreboard there by the Vandermeed charge. Blackwell down the boulevard. Nice. Bangs his way in. Two-hand, too strong. And Asawaka will lead it back the other way. Jackson, no time to waste. Quick to the bucket.
He slithered through the lane there.
His dad, who's the head coach, says, look, I think he's the quickest guard in the state.
I'm pretty sure his dad played here.
Different Mike Jackson.
Oh, different Mike Jackson.
Yeah. There's a pass down low and turnover. Brother Rice will get it back right to left, leading by 8. It's been a lead that's been as large as 10. And it got as low as 2.
But Lakeshore's playing with no fear, and I can't overemphasize, playing fearless can be the ultimate equalizer.
That's right.
When you have two teams that aren't maybe evenly matched.
There's a fearless shot. Jalen Jackson for 3.
The definition of fearless.
Good timing, my friend. Warren Marshall back into the Brother Rice lineup.
Recruiting stars don't matter in games like this.
No, sir. 5-point Warrior lead, foul off the ball. And getting too close for comfort is number 11. That's Zorian Simmons with a foul.
As my coach once said, I don't think the number of stars you have on your recruiting profile translate to give you an extra 10 points when you start the game. You don't start 10-0 or 20-0 just because your players have more stars in their recruiting profile. It's still 0-0 to start the game.
That's true. Vandermeed line left, and he bangs in the first. Vandermeed, a baseball player as well. Good size at 6'4". He may not be done growing yet. Substitution into the Warrior lineup. Tommy Labruzzi, the only senior on the roster for Rick Palmer, checks in. Lightly used reserve. Out of the lineup goes Xavier Thomas, the junior wing. Vandermeed splits the pair, and here come the Shoreans left to right, trailing by 6. Pearson into the front court. Right corner, Awasaka for 3, no.
Nice board by the reserve. Labruzzi.
Pull up, left elbow. No, Vandermeed keeps it alive. But the Shoreans bust out with a 3-on-1. No look pass. Lay in good. Sharing the sugar. Jalen Jackson to the lane. Awasika.
So small, but so effective.
Defensive intensity picking up. Simmons getting close. And the crowd getting into it on this Sunday afternoon where Jawan Howard is in the house in front of us. And Michigan State representing as well. That's the second time we've seen Jawan Howard this week. We saw him back on Tuesday, the Motor City Cruise game. Was it Tuesday? I can't keep these days straight. We covered the Motor City Cruise. Was it Wednesday? Wednesday, says Jamie Janssen. She's the one that keeps me straight. It was Wednesday, and anyway, Jawan Howard was in the house for Kids Day. Was it Kids Day he was in the house for on Tuesday, or was it Wednesday night? It was Wednesday night, okay. He was there to see Isaiah Livers and Derek Walton from the Motor City Cruise. We are the home of the Motor City Cruise, if you didn't know, Bernie.
I did.
Cover all 25 games.
I was very happy to hear you got that gig a couple months ago.
We're excited that Prep got the gig. Thank you very much. And anyway, it was a Michigan reunion because Mike Smith was on the other team for the Skyforce. Shot off the mark. Chase Vandermeet says, that's my rock. Back the other way. Jumper. 16-footer no. Gets his own miss. Counted and a foul for Warren Marshall, the sophomore.
What a great effort play by Warren Marshall. Follows his own shot.
How many times were you told to finish?
You know,
follow your shot, brother.
I was talking to Rick Palmer before the season, and you know, these are some pretty big shoes to fill in terms of a comp. But Rick said he reminds him a lot of Edmund Sumner.
Sure.
Former Country Day All-Stater, went to Xavier. He's playing in the NBA right now. Similar
Indianapolis
build.
Pacers, wasn't he for a minute?
Yep. Similar build.
I like that.
Guys that they don't look intimidating when you first lay eyes on them, and they get on the floor and they're just dogs.
Yeah. Like watching those guys.
I remember Edmund Sumner. I saw his first varsity game, and he was about 5'9", 110 pounds. And they're playing consortium with Josh Jackson. Mm-hmm. And he comes down on a break and jams it. All 5'9", 110 pounds of him. I'm like, okay, this kid's a player. He was a sophomore at that point.
The pass is completed. Mid-post shot up, no. Labruzzi took the charge, but they waved it off. It's a block. And the Shoreans are going to look to cut into this 8-point lead. Look, there's a minute 12 left. If you're the Shoreans of Lakeshore, you're within 8. You hit both these free throws, you're within 6. They're playing, hide the ball a little bit. You can't blame them. They're under 10.
I like what Coach Jackson's doing. I like
this
game plan a lot.
Yeah.
These kids are executing it, and they're playing heady basketball.
Mike Jackson was a 2-year assistant at Chandler Park Academy.
Derek Walton Sr.
Derek Walton Sr. was part of that program his junior and senior year. And then Lakeshore, Mike Jackson took over for Derek Walton Sr. as head coach here. So
now Derek Walton Sr. is at Warren Lincoln, I think.
Was that right?
Okay. Fitzgerald?
You could tell me anything. I'll agree with you.
He's at one. No, he's at center line.
Okay.
He's at center line.
Fair enough. That's good. His son, Derek Walton Jr., doing great things for the Motor City Cruise.
He's at center line. There's a lot of old PSL guys that are now in the match.
Free throws are missed.
Look at Jalen Jackson.
Jackson all over it. Quick as can be, and he'll pull it out. Under a minute to go, 50 seconds left in the first half.
And that's a big steal.
Huge.
Got to get another possession.
Guaranteed to keep it under double digits.
So pesky. Jalen Jackson's like a little gnat. You just can't get rid of him. He's like buzzing around it's like you're sitting on your porch drinking lemonade in the summer, and there's just a gnat going around you, buzzing around you. You can't get rid of him.
No doubt. Stick around at halftime. We'll have a highlight package for you and run down all the latest stats. Time's winding down here. No shot clock. Brother Rice is going to blitz him and force a turnover. Vandermeet with a steal, and the Shoreans try to steal it back and do with 10 seconds left and 2-on-1. Short corner right, shot up and good by Sidney Johnson. 3 seconds left. Pass tipped away by who else? Jalen Jackson with 1.9 seconds left.
I don't think you could have scripted it any better if you're the Shoreans
right?
This first half. Keeping within striking distance, showing your fangs.
6-point game is all.
Showing that if you leave them open, they're going to hit shots. If you're going to not be on your P's and Q's, they're going to make you pay.
1.9 seconds left. Ball out of bounds, baseline left for Brother Rice. Got to hustle here, and it is a foul off the ball. It's going to go on Blackwell. An illegal screen. You're going to have to go full court in high school now. You don't get to advance the ball. Your options are limited, but the statement's been made already. Shoreans in this game, they're only down by 6 to the number 2 team in our Prep Top 11. We'll reveal our rankings coming up at halftime. Here's the inbounds and the midcourt heave and a travel before the heave, so this half won't end yet. The longest 1.9 seconds in Calihan Hall history, perhaps. My goodness. So now it's a half-court entry for Brother Rice.
Hey, you like the time on the clock? That much time came up?
0.2 seconds left. Rick Palmer wanted more time, didn't get it. And that's halftime. And the Warriors getting a game from the Shoreans. Had an early lead that was bumped up to 8 or 10 points.
They might be down by 6, but they got the confidence as if they were up by 6.
They do, and a lot of that confidence behind Jalen Jackson. We'll see him and other highlights coming up on the other side of this timeout. We're at halftime, and the Warriors of Brother Rice lead the Shoreans of Lakeshore High School. Thanks for hanging out. This is the 5th annual CHSL Mac Calihan Challenge. We are the PreP. Coverage here on NFHS.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports. There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back. This is Full Court Prep, and this is coverage of the 5th annual CHSL Mac Calihan Challenge. They took a year off last year due to COVID, and we're back. We're glad to be a part of this thing. De La Salle wins by 40-ish points in the opener. Let's take a look at the first half highlights between Brother Rice and Lakeshore, with Rice leading 34-28 at the break, Bernie.
Yeah, this is a much better game than I think anybody anticipated. Lakeshore giving Brother Rice all they can handle, and like I said before, the recruiting stars don't translate to the scoreboard in a high school basketball game. And these Lakeshore Shoreans are being like, you guys might be, higher recruited athletes, but we're not gonna back down. We're gonna go toe to toe with you, and we're we're going to fight you to the very finish. And that's what it looks like we're going to have. We're going to have a ball game that goes on to the fourth quarter.
And the big part of that is because of Jalen Jackson, the leading scorer for Lakeshore in the first half. He had 10 points. Leading scorers for Brother Rice, a couple of 8-point scorers in Xavier Thomas and John Blackwell, 8 points apiece. 7 points for Henry Garrity, 5 points for Warren Marshall. And Curtis Williams just 2 points in this game, and he's a guy they'll probably look to lean to maybe in the second half. But look, Lakeshore hanging in there, and they've taken care of the basketball against this pesky Brother Rice team. But Brother Rice has guys that can hurt you from every angle. They're so talented. You see Bowman there, or Blackwell rather, going to the bucket.
Yeah, you know, Curtis Williams is the highest recruited athlete in this game, but has been pretty quiet. And if I had to critique one aspect of Curtis's game, he's got such a silky smooth shot. He's an elite defender. He's really long, but I wish he would assert himself a little bit more on a four-quarter basis, the way that I see Xavier do. I never see Xavier float, and sometimes Curtis can disappear for minutes at a time. So he needs to work on that. But clearly, you know why the big schools are coming after him. You know, when he hits his jumpers, you don't hear anything. It's like it doesn't hit any rim. It's all net, and that's why all the schools are after him. Such a smooth stroke. And really the thing that's most underrated about Curtis is his defense. Yeah, excellent defender. Guy doesn't get enough credit for that. And he's just versatile, a long guy. And it's a reason why Alabama, Maryland, and VCU are his top three for this guy who projects to be a wing. Yeah, but as Xavier is showing off, the full skill set, facilitates from the front court. He's like that, that point forward. Johnny Blackwell is their point guard, but Xavier Thomas brings the ball up the floor probably on an equal basis than Blackwell does. Let's take a look at our rankings. The top 11, you'll see this all season long. Metro Detroit, of course, is our coverage. Not the whole state, just Metro Detroit. Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. Full court prep, and we've got our top 11. St. Mary's, who we will see later, the number one ranked team on our top 11. They're either 1 or 2 in most people's polls statewide. The Eaglets, of course, led by Kareem Rozier, the Duquesne commit, and also a transfer in Javon Hanna to lead that club.
Mr.
Jack Crichton and others.
Mr. Basketball candidate.
That's right.
Javon Hanna will
That's
be a
right.
Mr. Basketball candidate.
And Trey McKinney, who was their leading scorer the other night. A lot of fun to watch St. Mary's. We'll see them at 6 o'clock against Grosse Pointe South. Trey McKinney, probably the most hyped freshman basketball player the state has seen since Chris Webber. Wow, that says a lot. I don't think that's an overstatement. Okay. I mean, we've had other phenoms, but none to the level of Trey McKinney, where the kid has a half dozen Big Ten offers. Brother Rice is our number 2 team. You know about them. And they're coming off their win back on Monday night. De La Salle, who you saw in the game before this with their win. De La Salle winning 85-36 over East Point in the opener. And they are coming off a 4 overtime win over Ferndale, who we'll get to as our number 7 team in a moment. Double overtime. Double overtime, thank you. Hamtramck is the number 4 team, and Hamtramck and Robert Davis Jr. already. The Rifleman had 40 last night. How about it? The Farmington transfer. 10 3-pointers. And he's not alone. He's got some help. Amari Allen. I love Amari Allen. Is a stud, a junior, and really a special one. But yeah, Robert's a big-time player. And the number 5 team is U of D Jesuit, who we will see in Game 4. The Cubs are taking on Macomb, Dakota, in what might be the best game of the day. At least that's what it looks like on paper. U of D, though, had a big week as well with their win earlier against King. Yeah, for me, the number 1 player in the state is Sonny Wilson. That's fair. I'm not talking about college recruiting stars. I'm just talking about pound for pound as a high school basketball player in the state of Michigan. It does, I don't know if you can find anyone that is as much of a prime time performer as just cash money in every way, shape, or form is Sonny Wilson.
Big time player. We're excited to watch that game. It starts at 4:30 here on the PreP and on the NFHS network. Detroit King is number 6.
Chancey Wilson, Matt Coffey.
Chauncey Willis.
What did I say, Wilson?
Chancey
Willis. I
Chancey
apologize,
Willis.
Chancey.
That's all right.
I mentioned him on the, I don't know if it was the first broadcast or in the first half of this game as a kid that didn't realize that he had options, as many options in terms of college recruiting. He's the #1 basketball player in the city of Detroit right now, but in the last couple weeks now you got some Division I football teams getting come into the picture to try to swoop him away from the basketball court and make him a wide receiver at the Division I level in college.
Why not? It's good to have options. Ferndale is number 7. Ferndale was beat last night by De La Salle in overtime. And let's get that back up, please. Cass Tech is 8th. Adams is 9th. Detroit Catholic Central, who we will see, is 10th. That'll be a game that comes your way after this game is over at 3 o'clock. Catholic Central 10 to give them 5 teams from the CHSL all in this tournament in our top 10. And then River Rouge gets some love at number 11.
Coming back from the University of Alabama, take over the River Rouge program after building a dynasty in Class D with Southfield Christian.
Yeah, how about that? River Rouge with some moving parts there, new head coaches.
Not a bad deal though to get a Division I assistant coach over to be your head coach.
Yeah,
took Alabama to the Sweet 16 last year.
It was
number 9 in the country right now.
Yeah,
big win last night against Houston.
Blackwell for 3 in the corner, no offensive rebound and a reset back to Garrity.
Great rotation.
Thomas. Back left corner, 3, no good. Dump pass down low is no good. Missing the bunny is Mr. Williams. And we get a travel on Garrity in the short corner left. Tight pressure defense by Joe Washburn, an all MAC honorable mention and returning starter for the Shoreans. Brother Rice by 6. We're just underway. Brother Rice led by 4 at the end of 1. And 3 ball in the corner. The lead has been cut in half.
Here come the
Shoreans.
They're not going anywhere. That shot was serving notice that what you got in the first half, you're about to get more of it in the second half.
Triple by Pearson. And the Shoreans have cut it to 3 as we get another look.
I think that was Awasaka.
It was Awasaka. I apologize.
Awasika.
Free throws line right. And this is Xavier Thomas. The first one is up and good. Brother Rice from the free throw line today is now at 50%, 6 of 12. Drenches the second. And the Rice lead is a nickel with 7 minutes left. Just a minute gone by here from Calihan Hall for the 5th annual CHSL MAC Calihan Challenge. Catholic League 1, Game 1. Jackson, the high score, to Awasika for 3. That's an air ball. Might have been blocked. Shoreans keep it alive. Corner long, deuce is long and ripped off. And here comes Williams and the Warriors.
I didn't love that sequence for Lakeshore. A contested shot and then give up a foul. Got to play smarter than that if you want to stay in this game.
Rick Palmer felt fortunate to come back to Calihan Hall. Just being in this building. Some people, may say, oh, you get back to Calihan Hall, you have a run as a school where you get there in the semifinals of the Catholic League.
It's just Calihan Hall and Catholic League basketball are synonymous with each other.
That's right.
And Brother Rice has been missing from the Catholic League basketball equation for about 20 years until Rick Palmer got on the scene.
That's right. And glad to be back here, he says, just thankful, and they want to make a good impression.
There's excitement in that basketball program that hasn't been there for a long time.
He says, hey, our goal is to play a lot of games in Calihan Hall. Right wing, Asawika for 3. No, Garrity rips it off. Here comes Blackwell and Brother Rice. Left corner, loses the man, steps in, and Xavier Thomas missed the shot. And Blackwell's there to have his back and a chance to hit 2 free throws. Blackwell looks a little more aggressive this year and bouncy, doesn't he?
Yeah. You know, it's a guy that's only a junior in terms of his high school eligibility, but he's played this is his 4th season of varsity basketball, because in
8th grade,
lower divisions, Division 4 at Novi Christian, because they had such a small enrollment, you were allowed to play varsity in 8th grade.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How cool is that? It's a guy that has offers that are double digits. Wisconsin, Oakland, Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan, and Cleveland State lead the way.
He really blew up this last offseason.
Yeah.
And Wisconsin's the first Big Ten school to offer him, but I got to believe there'll be more very soon.
There's a turnover. Blackwell spearheading the charge.
I think the one thing that Blackwell needs to show the power conferences is that he can consistently knock down the 3. Once he shows that.
Henry Garrity showing a lot of colleges that he can hit the 3. He drenches one there. And Brother Rice has bumped the lead up to 10, matching their largest lead. Garrity now at 10 in this game.
Another guy that made a big jump in his game in the offseason.
Sure did. Thomas and Blackwell also with 10. The tie for high honors. There's a attack of the 10.
Nifty move by Pearson.
Devon Pearson, the junior guard, very nifty. The former De La Salle pilot. Can you imagine if he was still on De La Salle's team?
Yeah.
My goodness. Left wing 3 is down.
That's the textbook jump shot I was talking about.
Curtis Williams.
So silky. He doesn't know what it means to hit rim. It's all net all the time.
3-and-D guy and much, much more. Stuffed the stat sheet against Grand Blanc. 13 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. He's coming alive in the second half. Warriors with their largest lead of 11. 44-33. Jackson floater rim. No. Garrity with another rip down rebound. Blackwell back. Williams 3. In and out. And we're going to get a foul. It's going to go on Blackwell.
Foul on Blackwell.
And the heads collided. Hope everybody's okay down there. Good hustle by both Pearson and Blackwell.
You know, Johnny Blackwell had a brother, Mackenzie, whose career unfortunately ended because of some health issues. But Mackenzie was one of these, 6'6", long, could handle the ball, could get down on the blocks and rebound. And I would have really liked to see what his college career could have been like if he didn't get derailed by some injuries.
That's too bad. Whip right wing, 3 ball on the way, and it's down. That's Jackson again.
He is a dead-eye shooter, and he's just a tough-as-nails competitor.
Game high 13 points right now.
I saw him last year, and I like what I saw, but I love what I see right now.
How about that? Foul down low. Brother Rice bench didn't like that. Lakeshore bench didn't like that, rather. So take another look. The drop down pass. Wasn't exactly a wall up. He leaned into him a bit.
I'm okay with that foul, though.
Sure.
No easy buckets. Put him at the line.
Brother Rice at the line is 9 of 15 in this game. That's 60%. And it continues to decline. Meanwhile, the Shoreans are 5 of 9. Asawika out of the game. And they will check into the lineup. Xorian Simmons, who's had a productive afternoon. 45-36. After the pair is split. $11 points for Thomas to lead the way for Brother Rice, our number 2 team in our rankings.
Don't give him any room.
Jackson nearly rimmed it in. You're not kidding. Offensive foul on Brother Rice. Rick Palmer doesn't like the call. And he might have an argument here. Curtis Williams.
Curtis is a pretty quiet guy, so if he's saying something to the ref, you know that he's not pleased with it.
Palmer's going to go get him and bring in Bowman. That's 4 fouls And that's a problem. And that's why Williams will sit.
Zave Bowman.
They'll go small, partner. Pearson. Back out to Jackson from 6 Mile. That's no good.
I'm still okay. I'm okay with that shot.
Garrity fouled in the over the back, and they will get Washburn on that. And that'll be the 4th foul on Washburn, I believe. So 2 big men with 4 fouls, Bernie, and that's a storyline a bit.
Yeah, Washburn's a vet, a guy that gives them a lot of intensity, a lot of spirit.
Yeah, sure does. 3-year starter. Guy that's a goalie on the soccer team and plays football. Punter and soccer. A lot of kids are doing that. Soccer football combo.
I don't like that shot by Bowman.
Bowman misses the shot. He's also a football guy. Jackson missed the shot. Washburn with a reset. He misses from short range. And now we're going to get a bumping foul on the Shorians in the backcourt. Yeah, it is. Simmons will get credit for it, the senior.
Right. You want to be aggressive, but you don't want to be sloppy. And you don't want to give up bad fouls. Got to be in control. Aggressive, but in control.
Yeah. Brother Rice, a state title in basketball in 1974. They've had a strong run of football state titles as well, including 3 straight in the middle 2010s.
The final 3 years of the legend himself, Alpha Casa.
That's right. Bouncing around. Brother Rice is just having shooting practice in the paint.
A lot of bunnies.
Bowman's going to dribble drive. He'll get himself a short corner shot blocked.
The refs are letting him play.
And Blackwell's going to get busted for a travel on the near sideline.
Just sticking around. Lakeshore just sticking around. Keeping it within striking distance.
They are.
That's all you can ask if you're Coach Jackson. Keep it a game into the 4th quarter, and then it's anyone's ball game.
Both teams with 9 turnovers in this game. And with under 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter, both big men in foul trouble. This game's starting to shift a bit. It's still a 9-point lead. Warriors look in control. Lead has been as large as 11 in this game. Pearson, pull up, 15-footer, flat. Here comes Bowman and the Warriors.
I don't mind that shot, though. Again, thought it was a bad foul, but in fact it's a travel.
Wow, how about that? Mike Jackson, the head coach in his 4th year, assisted.
Rick Palmer wants to talk it over with his troops.
We'll take it with them. Timeout on the floor. Warriors by 9. We're back to Detroit. Right here on the Prep right after this. Full court Prep. Calihan Challenge.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back to Calihan Hall. Rick Palmer talking to the Brother Rice Warriors out of the timeout, Bernie. And what do you tell your team right now? You're up by 9, a minute and a half left until the end of the 3rd. And your team's been up and down, but shown some real stamina in this 3rd quarter.
If I'm Rick Palmer, I'm telling my guys that you got to finish at the rim, missing way too many bunnies. Got to play a little bit better defense. And, don't take these guys lightly.
Yeah.
Because they're coming at you, and they're coming at you fast and furious right now.
No doubt. Hey, coming up after this one, it's Catholic Central. Novi Detroit Catholic Central against Port Huron Northern. And CC brings in their best team in years, in decades. As did De La Salle today, as did Brother Rice today. Shorians with the basketball.
Final minute, third quarter.
Jackson on the perimeter, their high score, 13 points. It's actually a game high as well, and somehow gets it back.
Jackson.
And a fine dish from Pearson, looking down low for McGee off the bench. And that one was too hot with a little mustard and a little bit of elevation.
Jalen Jackson will almost save that possession.
He's scrappy, isn't he?
He's so scrappy.
Knows the game. So we hope you'll join us at 3 o'clock for Catholic Central and Port Huron Northern. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Brother Rice
turns it over.
Flips it over again.
Got to limit the turnovers. You can't have wasteful possessions.
They've lost some cohesion in this game. They played back on Monday. Look, heavy favorites against the Shorians. Shorians coming in off their win against Armada back on Thursday. I mean, is there a chance to overlook the Shorians if you're Brother Rice? Or, I mean,
sure. All due respect, I'm sure they did. Or maybe not overlook them, but maybe not realize the opponent they had on their hands.
Vandermeer checks back in for Brother Rice. Shorian basketball with 24 ticks left. Of course, no shot clock yet in high school. I think it's coming, don't you?
Yeah, I think within the next 5 years we'll have it.
It's needed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shorian's playing catch around the perimeter.
Holding for last possession of the quarter.
Can go in no worse than 9 points down. Dump pass down low, and Jackson threw it away, but they keep the possession alive. It went off a Warrior. 0.02 seconds. Is that 2 seconds left? Yes, it is. Jackson has to hurry. Inbounds and a travel? No. They were not ready to start play yet. The official has stopped play. There should be 2 seconds left. And the officials will come together and sort this thing out.
I think he shouldn't. I don't think he intended on blowing his whistle.
Yeah, 2 seconds will be put on the clock. So clock error. 2 seconds left. Shorian's basketball, and it'll be Miguel McLeod to trigger from the left baseline. One shot. Can the Shorians get it off and cut into this 9-point deficit? The officials are going to get this thing set. By the way, we want to thank Tim Fair for running the operations here at UAD.
I mean,
doing a great job and getting us in here, giving us everything we need. We appreciate that. Also, Vic Michaels of the Catholic League. And all the head coaches and athletic directors that have helped to make this broadcast possible. What is going on? 2 seconds on the clock.
It was what?
Yeah, okay. So.
Is Vic in the building?
Vic is not, I don't believe. I think he had some assignment out of town.
All right. I grew up playing against Vic.
Vic Michaels?
Yeah.
Really? Centerline St. Clement?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say you and Vic are not in the same graduating
I don't
era.
mean playing.
As he was the athletic director.
He was the head coach. No, he was the head
coach and athletic director.
When I won my first district as
Dave Feldman was a part of that organization
but it was,
as well.
Right.
God rest his soul.
Vic was the when I won 2 districts in basketball. My first district championship was against Vic's St. Clement squad.
What can you tell us about? We played against St. Clement as well when I was at St. Mary's. Of course,
they were better the following year.
They were always a handful in basketball and
football. They were always good for small school.
Small school football, very good. We did not play them then, but they regularly beat us in basketball and baseball. I can tell you that.
Their baseball team was always really good.
Very good.
That church is still around. That St. Clement Church.
Yes, it is.
I drive past it sometimes.
Yes, it is. Here we go. 2 seconds left. Jackson to trigger. Long corner left, banker, no. A well-designed play by Mike Jackson, but it goes unrewarded with points. 45-36. We're coming back to the 5th annual CHSL MAC Calihan Challenge in Detroit. Thanks for hanging out on a Sunday. We are the Prep.
Gary, number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back to Calihan Hall. My name is Chad Bush. He is Scott Bernstein. And we're glad to be with you here for the Calihan Challenge.
I like whoever does our bumper music. I like...
he's right down the street. It's Ali Hadi.
I like the DJ skills he has.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. He thinks he's good, too.
I want to grab the mic and just start spitting rhymes.
He's good. We've also got DJ Godfather. Music coming at you.
Right, that's my guy. Yep. Ryan Jeffries, a.k.a. DJ Godfather.
There you see the event. We're in game 2. We've got 3 more to go. We're glad to be here. We thank the MHSA, NFHS, the Catholic League, and the Macomb Athletic Conference. Broadcasting all 5 games live and on demand on NFHS. There's a block shot down low, and that was by way of Antonio Houston, who's made his defensive presence in this game several times. Wide receiver on the football team. Right spot every time, as coach says. Another turnover, Scott.
Lakeshore keeps on playing really good defense.
They sure are. Turnover there. Great defense by Brother Rice. This time it's the X-Man, Xavier Thomas. Marshall back topside for Garrity. Rip and drive, Blackwell, short with a shot, got his own miss, put back, no.
They're missing a lot of baskets in the paint.
Yeah, they sure are. Size advantage clearly for Brother Rice. They start for the 5 or 6'5" or better.
I mean, there's no one on that team that's under 6'3".
Right.
Or actually, besides Bowman. I think Bowman's.
Yeah, 6'2"-ish. 3 ball, no good. Air ball for Devon Pearson, who's had a solid game. 11 points, second leading scorer for the Shoreans of Lakeshore High School, who represent the MAC Blue. Ran into a buzzsaw last year called Roseville in the district championship, but they collected 15 wins and 17 tries in 2021.
Yep. Roseville's coach, Hassan Nizam, is now at Macomb Community College.
That's right.
Parlayed a great job that he did at Roseville for 5 years.
I believe his assistant, Marco, is here on the press row. High on the left. Kick back, topside, and a travel. A little too excited was Pearson. And Warriors up by 9, trying to push this to double digits. 6:28 left in the game. Catholic League trying to get their 2nd straight win.
And Niz took that Roseville program from the doldrums, to being a top flight MAC program.
That's right.
And I believe he's only 26, 27 years old. He's a young guy.
Is that right?
It's a great find from Macomb Community College.
Garrity for 3. It's long. Blackwell. Back to the 15-foot jump shooting. X-Man, Mr. Thomas, cans it. 47-36. Warriors match their largest lead with 6 minutes left.
Lakeshore needs to score here. Get their confidence back.
They've sort of had a muzzle on Jackson, and they've also had the number of Awasika, who was hot in the 3rd for a minute. Pearson in the corner gives up the open look. Tighter defense now by Brother Rice. Attack mode. Too strong.
I like the idea.
Yep.
Just couldn't finish it. Nice pass.
Johnny Blackwell with a dime piece. Down to Thomas for the finish.
That was a no-look beauty.
Timeout on the floor. Mike Jackson wants it. How about that dime piece? That's a guy that's really played outstanding today. No surprise, double-digit offers from Jonathan Blackwell. Brother Rice with their largest lead of 13. We're coming back on the Preps coverage of Full Court Press coming up right after this.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Bloomfield Hills Brother Rice, Division I, just over 1,000 students if you count double the enrollment. 2021 record 8-5. The record doesn't really tell you the productivity in this program. State champs in 1974. And hoops alum you should know, well, B.J. Armstrong, a 3-time world champion with the Bulls. Played, of course, with Michael Jordan. And in 1985,
They
Iowa Hawkeye.
They didn't have a Division I basketball player for 20-plus years. And then John Brantley is at Lafayette right now.
Is that right?
The Patriot League.
Well, and when did he come out?
Just last year.
Getting dirty on the deck is Warren Marshall. And Brother Rice wanted a timeout, and they got it. Coaching staff took it. Credit Rick Palmer.
I was trying to illuminate the fact that
for
Rick, in addition to getting this program back to respectability, Rick is now sending kids to the college level on the basketball floor, which again had
in a big way.
Hadn't.
He'll send what, 4 kids?
We'll see what
potentially
what
4 or 5 next year. 4.
His first Division I signee was John Brantley,
okay.
Who, like I said, is at Lafayette right now and is actually getting some minutes, and that was kind of like the.
Broke the ice.
That was the turning point, I think.
Yeah, and
that's the term I was looking for.
Hey, listen, you're the wordsmith here. You're the ones that carry me. 5:03 left. He is Scott Bernstein.
Broke through that glass ceiling.
Bernie tweets. That's right. You can check him out on Twitter.
Bernie's tweets.
Bernie's tweets. I'm sorry. His rankings for the top players are scattered all over the court today. He's got Sonny Wilson, who will play 4th in the 4th game today, number 1. Javon Hanna 2nd. Curtis Williams, who's playing now, 3rd. John Blackwell is 4th. Kareem Rozier is 6th. Cooper Craggs, who you'll see next, is 8th. Xavier Thomas 9th. And Trey McKinney, who you will see in Game 5, is 10th. Quite the top 10, and hard to argue with that.
That's the Catholic League love.
Yep. It is real this year. Blackwell, right wing 3 off the mark, and the Shoreans with a breakout, and not looking ahead was Pearson. And the poor pass was intercepted by Washburn, and Brother Rice is going to make you pay more times than not when you turn it over.
You can't give away possessions. I know what Washburn was trying to do there, but, again, they're playing a little out of control. And when you're playing against a team like Brother Rice, you got to make every possession count.
Washburn is going to check out of this game. He's fouled out, and disappointing day for Washburn, who finishes with no points in the game. Xavier Thomas line right. Many of forwards will be frustrated this year against this Brother Rice team. Free throw off the mark. Brother Rice now 10 of 18 in this game. That's 55.5% if you're scoring at home.
Not doing themselves any favors with their free throws and their layups. A lot of missed opportunities.
Things that are clean-upable.
Yeah, correctable.
Correctable, yeah. Both freebies are missed. Jackson with a hot trigger. No good, but an offensive rebound. And now the Shoreans wanted the call, didn't get it. And here comes Blackwell and Brother Rice. Garrity left wing, 4-3, Splash City, and the foul.
I like shooting 3-pointers on the fast break like that. When you get them in rhythm, I think that's a good shot.
I do too. 3 of 6 from downtown, 11 points in the opener. Didn't have a great sophomore year shooting the ball, but played well otherwise, Rick Palmer said, and had a huge summer this year. Big physical guard that you talk about, Henry Garrity, a guy that they really like at that point or shooting guard spot.
Got really nice technique. Squares his shoulders, good footwork, quick release. Phenomenal form.
All true. Brother Rice starting to pull away. They're up by 17, their largest lead. But
yeah, I think that's the first bucket of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
For Lakeshore. And if you were going to keep this thing close going down the stretch, you needed to come out the first couple minutes of this fourth quarter a little bit more, a little sharper than you did.
Yeah, you're right. Just 10 points in this second half for the Shoreans, and their first points in this fourth quarter. There's a little DJ Godfather for you.
Electro beats for freaks.
That's right. You're not going to get anything past Scott Bernstein. That's DJ Godfather. All approved music. Thank you, Ali Hadi, your executive producer. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's got some good beats. Brother Rice on top, 53-38. Their largest lead is 17 just moments ago. They're in control. They pulled away. How so?
Yeah, well, if you're Brother Rice, I think you can look back on this game. I'm pretty sure they're going to walk away here with a victory. And you can say, you know what? We did not play our A game. Probably didn't play our B game. And we're still going to walk away with a double-digit victory.
Yep. Still early in the season. Teams are still forming their cohesiveness.
But I think it's a nice pass by Xavier.
Beautiful dish down low to Warren.
He's got such great vision from the high post. That's where a lot of the Draymond comparisons come.
3-ball, Jackson air ball. Asawoka with some nice athleticism to save it. But it's to the black and orange of Brother Rice.
The difference between Draymond and X is that Draymond's got about 3 inches on X.
Yeah, that helps. Top side, Thomas for 380.
But he's like, yeah, I can shoot threes. I can facilitate. I can bring the ball up. I can do it all and make it look easy.
18 points now in this game for Thomas. And part of the three-pointers, 7 tonight for Brother Rice. Jalen Jackson with a lay-in, and Warren Marshall the other way with a reverse lay-in that almost went. Rice by 18, their largest lead. Whistle and a foul. Free throws coming for Pearson.
Fouls on Garrity.
By way of Garrity, his third foul. So Rice has 3 players in double figures, led by Thomas's 18, Garrity's 14, and Blackwell's 10. Marshall with 7 points, 5 for Williams, and 3 for Bowman. 1 for Vandermeet. Meanwhile, Lakeshore is led by Jackson, 17, Pearson's 11, and Houston and Johnson each have 2 points aside. That's where we're at. Warriors 58 of Brother Rice and the Shoreans of Lakeshore 40. Next up is Detroit Novi Catholic Central versus Port Huron Northern. That's an exciting game you don't want to miss. And that's a game that we're going to have on a separate link. But if you've purchased this game, you've also have access to the next contest. You just have to jump links, go over to that game. There's a rip and drive down the avenue, and losing the ball in midair before some destruction of the rim was Xavier Thomas.
He can throw it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my only advice to Xavier, and would be just, I think for the sake of this college recruiting, I'd probably try to drop 10 pounds.
Williams all over the glass. He has his 7th point.
Work on your body, work on the physique, because whether or not, it's one of those things where sometimes perception is reality in the recruiting world.
Sure.
So if I don't think he needs to drop the weight to get quicker because he's super quick for his size. I'm just kind of talking about perspective or perception.
Sure.
And I know that there are some college recruiters that look at him and are worried about him not being quick enough on his feet on the perimeter. And I think if he was able to sculpt his body a little bit more, drop 10 pounds, and it would give those recruiters that have questions about where he's projecting at the next level, I think it would ease some of those concerns.
Sure.
But I don't think it has anything to do with what he actually can do on the floor.
Just perception of
because
speed
he's super
and
quick.
such.
He is super quick.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jalen Awasika drained the triple. Wholesale changes in. We'll try to get all these. Brother Rice checks in Tommy Labruzzi, and he's out there with Curtis Williams. Chase Vandermeed. And the man who has the ball in the right corner for three, and it's through. That's Ryan Frohock, a junior wing. And Brother Rice has a 63-46 lead over Lakeshore.
Yeah, you know, you're getting contributions from everyone. And that's how you build team chemistry. That's how you build championship culture, winning culture.
That's right. R.J. Davis has also checked in for the Warriors, Brother Rice. And Lakeshore has checked into the lineup. Sidney Johnson, along with Nigel McLeod.
Lakeshore's just going to dribble this thing down.
And Brendan Manor, along with Drew Mason and Kevin McGee. And time is winding down. The Shoreans are going to hold it. Brother Rice is going to win it 63-46 in game 2 of our 5th annual CHSL MAC Calihan Challenge. Your thoughts?
I think this game was a lot closer than the score will indicate. I know that Palmer and his staff will tip their hat to Lakeshore for really coming and bringing the full house here. They didn't back down 1 inch.
No, they did not. That's all for this ball game. We'll come back with a highlight package. After this, the Warriors win it 63-46 over Lakeshore. Catholic Central and Port Huron Northern. Check that out on the other link coming up.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond. In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
but keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Welcome back. Brother Rice wins at 63-46 over Lakeshore. Let's take a look at some of the highlights in this one. It was a 2-point game at one point in the first half. Brother Rice would bump that lead up, Scott, but the Shoreans were pesky. But when Brother Rice had it going, guys like Williams were knocking shots down.
Yeah,
it looked like the number 2 team at times.
Xavier Thomas and John Blackwell, Henry Garrity led the way. Curtis Williams was quiet, but did it on the defensive end of the floor. And then, with Lakeshore, they really did the MAC conference proud. I know that the score won't show it. It looks like it was a double-digit loss. I mean, it was a double-digit loss.
Jackson with 17 points, a big part of that, partner.
The game felt a lot closer, and it didn't really seem over until the last 3 or 4 minutes of the fourth quarter.
A 2-point game in the first half, and then second half, Brother Rice just pulled away and really did their thing, outscoring them, Scott.
Didn't play great, just took care of business. Like we said, a lot of things to clean up at practice. But, if you can play a B- game and walk away with a 15-point victory on a college court, you're doing pretty well for yourself.
That'll close out our broadcast. Once again, your final score in this one. Brother Rice wins it, our number 2 team in the top 11 over Lakeshore, 63-46. Hop on over, Catholic Central, Port Huron Northern. Get on it right now. We're about to start the pregame in 30 seconds. Thanks for watching. This is the Preps coverage of the 5th annual CHSL MAC Calihan Challenge. Thanks for watching.